What's going on, guys? Max here. Today the purpose of this video is to show you the aerator that I have for my pond, and it's one that I think is the best that money can buy, especially for the price. Everything that I talk about on the next few videos that I make about my pond, you can find links for in the description if you want to go purchase for your own. So I'll go ahead and get started and talk about why I think a pond aerator is so essential for fish life and just the overall health of your pond. The first reason is for fish during the winter. Oh, sorry, my dogs. During the winter, there can be fish kills because as the ice freezes over, there's nutrients in the bottom of the pond, and that slowly deteriorates and creates gas, and that can get trapped underneath the ice. So if you don't have a hole to let that out, it can kill all your fish. So an underground pond aerator is perfect for that. And then, or an underwater, my bad. And then the other reason is this, at least for our pond here, it's been like this for about 30 years, and then we moved in. So it's got a really high nutrient level. So what we've been doing is been putting beneficial bacteria into the pond. And this bacteria uses oxygen to deteriorate the nutrients in the pond and get rid of some of the muck at the bottom of the pond and overall make the pond a lot healthier. In order for that to happen efficiently, it needs a lot of oxygen in the water, and that's what your pond aerators will do, is put a lot of oxygen in the water. And then another reason is during the summer you can get stratification in your water, where your water gets in levels of high oxygen and then low oxygen, and then when the fall comes, that turns over, and this can kill a lot of fish. And what the aerators do is eliminate stratification, so you don't have to worry about any of that. So they're really important for your pond. I think it's, if you're trying to either make a new pond and keep it healthy or get an old one going healthy, I think it's the most essential part of the pond process, I guess. So I guess we'll go out and take a look at the aerators and look at the kind of air they're pushing out, and then I'll show you the actual unit, and we'll go from there. After this video, I'm going to be putting in a little pond dye and a little beneficial bacteria. Ooh. Okay, so this is basically the extent of my pond. There's some a little bit behind me, but this is where the aerators are at. We've got 3 different aerator, I guess, prongs. They're just these little platforms that have tubes attached to them with little air holes in them that will allow the air to come out. You can see one there, it's in a pretty shallow end, but we've evenly spaced out 3, and I'm just going to go down the line and show you each one. Here's the first one. We have this one on probably the lowest setting. That's the nice part about this aerator, is you can adjust how much air it pushes out. This one's at the lowest, so because it's in the most shallow end of the pond. So we'll go on down to the next one, and then the next one, and I'll show you the actual unit, which is up there. Here's the second aerator. It's just pushing out a pretty good amount of air, but you'll really be impressed by the last one. We have the last one turned up all the way, because it's, well, not all the way, because then there'd be no air going to these guys, but it's pushing a lot more air. But you can see, I mean, that's pushing a lot of air, and that's going to insert a lot of oxygen in your pond and just cycle your water through very well. So we'll go on to this guy over here. We're now in probably the deepest part of the pond, and this air is turned up the highest. I mean, look at that. You can see that's pushing out really a lot of air. You can hear it from our house when you stand up on the deck up there. That's how loud it is. So yeah, I mean, this aerator, it'll be able to take care of any needs you have. The nice thing about it as well is it costs only about, I think, $3 a month to run, which is a lot cheaper than what like a fountain would be, and it's a lot more efficient and effective than a fountain would be. And it also has the ability to, with the pond aerator that I'll show you up here, the unit, you can add and subtract these different I guess, platforms that the air comes out of. So you can have, if your pond is a lot bigger, ours is about 1.5 acres, you can add more and just get a bigger size aerator. And then if your pond's a lot smaller and you only need 1 or 2, you can do that as well. So yeah, we'll go up and show you the unit now. Right here, I just wanted to show you guys real quick. These are the 3 air tubes that feed into the pond and feed the air into the water. You can see they go down into the water and break off. And we just dug a trench all the way up to where the aerator is up there. Okay guys, here's the actual aerator itself. It's the Airmax Pond series. It's got the specs on it right here. See, it's the P30 model, 120 volts. It says it can work in 50 feet. If greater than 21 feet, use deep water kit. So I mean, if you got a pond that deep, then I don't know, you should have walleye in it or something, because that's really deep. But it's really quiet for how much air it's pushing. This is actually my neighbor's house, but he said he can't even hear it up on his deck there. I'll go ahead and pull off the top here. This is the unit itself. It's just a little motor like that, and you can see these are the air lines here. And you can use these here to adjust how much air is going to each aerator. So I can, if I wanted one of them to pump more air than the other one, then I could turn that up. So you can, there's a lot of variability with it, which I really think is a good part of these. And then here's this on-off switch here. And all we did was dug a trench right here and just put the air line down all the way to the pond. Put some pea gravel on it to let it sink in, and it's nice and sturdy. And that's really all there is to it. Airmax makes, one second, put this back on. It's a lot quieter with this on. But Airmax makes a wide variety of these, so you can get ones with many more of the actual plates that sit at the bottom of the pond and push the air. I think you can get up to 8 for really large ponds, or maybe it's 6. Ours is, we got 3, and honestly we probably only needed 2. And then here you can see that on the P40 series you can get this. So they have the lake series and the pond series. On the pond series you can get up to a PS40, and then you can have a higher voltage and more plates at the bottom. And then the lake series you can even go bigger than that. And then they also have a shallow water series, which is for smaller ponds than this. And on those you can do less plates and less voltage. It's just kind of really customizable for the size of your pond, and I really think that's the nice part about Airmax. It's really professional. I mean, it looks fine to me. I mean, it's just a nice color and everything. Kind of looks like a rock. So yeah, I think this is clearly the best aerator. In my opinion, the variability and the quality of the product is, and the setup was super easy. Like, I really don't know a whole lot about like plumbing, and all it was just crumping the line, so it was really easy. But I think that's it for this video. If you have any questions, then contact me. Links and everything I talked about will be in the description. If you look on Amazon, you can look at all the Airmax Aerators. They're all on there, and it's pretty easy to find the one that you need for your pond. So yeah, like I said, if you have any questions, comment down below. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you soon. Peace.